What's going on, guys? It's PelvicUltrasound, and today I'm going to do a little bit of a different kind of video. This is a video on the L86 LSW. Many of you that played Modern Warfare 2 will know what gun this is. Now, it's kind of a tip guide kind of thing. I used this gun for somewhere around 2.5 hours. I unlocked a bunch of attachments and tried a bunch of different perk combinations on it, and I wanted to let y'all know what I found out about it, because I noticed, I haven't really seen anybody using this gun. And, yeah, kind of like in Black Ops, I ended up liking a bunch of the guns that nobody ever used. I actually did enjoy the Uzi, even though it was garbage. I mean, if you steady aimed it, it was a good gun. So anyway, I don't have any clips of me using it the first game. I mean, there was just nothing that was really worth putting in the game, but the red dot sight is definitely something I'd recommend, because the iron sights they're really bad. And if you'll notice later in the video, you'll see what the iron sights look like. They have a big obstructive kind of view to them. You got a circle with 3 little prongs. They actually look very similar to how the Uzi did look in Black Ops. And anybody that used the iron sights on that know that they were just terrible. You couldn't aim the gun. So the red dot sight is definitely something I would recommend using. It gets rid of that big bulge on it, and you get a real clear picture of who you're trying to shoot out. You can aim a lot better. And in this particular time, I was using sleight of hand with hardline to get my kill streaks earlier, and that works out fairly well. I mean, I run support kill streaks like 90% of the time, so I find that I can get my SAM turrets and my UAVs kind of help the team along, because when you play alone, you never know who you're getting in a lobby. You could get good people, or you can get people that are terrible. One thing I will say about this gun is it does have a lot of recoil, so using your kick proficiency when you unlock it is probably the best thing to do until you get some better attachments later. But when you first unlock the gun, I would definitely recommend using the red dot sight and the kick proficiency. Okay, so those were a few clips demonstrating. Anyway, this game right here, I swapped out hardline and I started using overkill, because the LMGs have such a long draw time and they make you run so slow. Using overkill with a submachine gun or a shotgun backer is, it's a good idea. It'll help you in the close quarters where your LMG's not going to stand up as well. Now the L86, it shoots very fast, but there's always, it's got a very long draw time. So I would recommend using Stalker as your third perk. That way, you don't have that sluggish movement when you're aiming down the sights, and you can, fluidly move left and right and around corners while still aiming. And I would definitely recommend Stalker for your LMG classes. It helps out a lot more than you know. Now, you have the impact proficiency right after you get kick, and I wouldn't recommend using impact until you get the grip for it, because the grip essentially helps out. It works about the same as kick. Now, if you use them both, I found that it has a lot less recoil, and it's a lot more steady and it's easier to use. But if you don't want to use kick and a grip, if you choose to use other kind of attachments. The grip will let you use any other proficiency. As you can see from what I was talking about earlier, the iron sights on this gun, that looks kind of how the M16's iron sights do, and they're just in the way. And you can see, but it kind of gets rid of your peripheral vision because you have that ginormous block looking thing on the top of the gun, and I found that it works a lot better with the red dot sight. But the iron sights are usable, they just leave a little bit to be desired. Now here I swapped out overkill to use quick draw, so I could kind of even the odds with anybody not using it, somebody using assassin or any other red perk. And quick draw really helps out, especially when you're planting claymores and things like that. It seems that the LMGs have just a very long time to draw your gun back up afterwards. I've essentially, I found that two of my best combinations with this gun were the ones that I didn't think would work that well, and that I was skeptical about using, but I really liked it, and I'll get on that in a little bit. But right here would be the first one where I finally unlocked two attachments, the proficiency, and I put the grip and the suppressor, because without kick, like I said, you basically need the grip, or otherwise this thing has just terrible recoil. But the silencer and the grip work really well, and you know how the light machine guns acted in Modern Warfare 2 is when you put a silencer on them, they were almost useless, and you know they didn't really help you out in anything because they dropped the damage from all ranges. So you know, you didn't really have a clear-cut advantage besides just staying off the radar. But here I put on Blind Eye and Assassin with Dead Silence, and I found that it was a really good class to run behind the enemy and flank them while they were engaging my other teammates, and it worked out fairly well. I got some pretty decent scores, and I can't complain about it. It was really effective in a kill confirmed that's playing right now, where I went 28 and 9. Good game. I mean, the spawns on this game are really, they're really random. You never know where they're going to pop up. So I was pretty surprised using this gun how effective it was. Now the thing is, I love using sleight of hand to be able to aim faster, and the reloads, being able to reload faster, and quick draw helps with your aiming a bunch. You'd be surprised just how fast it makes the gun pull up. But using it without sleight of hand is a definite option. With Blind Eye, you're invisible to air support, and with Assassin, they can't see you on UAVs. Dead Silence, they can't hear you. So it makes a really good stealth class. It packs a little bit of a punch. You'll be able to kill a bunch of enemies. Most people will just walk right past you, not notice you, and you can just pick them off and move along. Now, another attachment for the gun is rapid fire, which I had no idea that the LMGs were capable of getting rapid fire on this game. So I was kind of surprised, and I knew that this gun had a ton of recoil and that the rapid fire was just going to make it that much worse, and it does. Rapid fire makes the recoil almost unbearable, but if you burst fire, you can destroy people. It makes this gun so deadly. And you have a 100-round magazine. You can spray through multiple enemies, still have ammo to spare. This particular game I was using Scavenger with, I believe I was using scavenger and hardline again to get my kill streaks earlier. But if you pair it with the grip, it it really helps out, and rapid fire is a great attachment. I would recommend it. You just have to burst fire. Now, I couldn't imagine using this class without the grip because the helping accuracy, as inaccurate as this gun is when you try to full auto it, it just seems like there's no way that you could possibly use this gun without the grip. So like I said, use your 2 attachments, put a grip on it, and the gun works very nice. Kills really fast, and I mean, it's just surprising. I was really surprised at how well it performed. Now, I couldn't go through the 2 attachments without doing the grip and the red dot sight, and it really is it's a great combination. You have the added stability with the red dot sight, but it's essentially the same as using kick and a red dot sight. So it's really just up to personal preference, but I find that I could use other things. But that's all for the L86, guys. I appreciate all of y'all watching. Leave me a comment. Let me know what other guns you want to see. And this is all for this video. I'm going to leave you with a clip of me trying to kill the Invincible Man. I appreciate y'all watching, and y'all have a good day. Roll Tide.